about robotic worry, what we all do. Okay? If you have an event coming up and you're worried about making sure you get everything for the event, okay? So this would be if you're having like a barbecue, because it's summertime. Let's say it's a barbecue, and it's a big barbecue. Like you're gonna get top of the line everything, but you know it's gonna cost you. You worry about how the money's gonna come together for everything. You have the money, but you still worry. You worry if you're gonna be the only person in the cooking kitchen. You worry about if you're going to get up on time to get everything done, if your partner's going to get up on time to get the grill started. You worry about whether or not if everything is going to be clean on time. You worry about these things. Now, I'm going to say this. I think a lot of the time, people treat worry like a to-do list. They think that most of the time they are looking at their to-do list and going through it. But see, this bleeds over into other things where people think that what they are doing is being a person that's on the list, getting it done. But what you're doing is you're perpetuating an idea, you're perpetuating an energy of worry. And so you eventually do this with everything. Like, you worry about your car note. You know you got the money for the car note, but you worry about your car note because you might want to spend money on something else. But you got the money for the car note. You worry about the car note. I'm telling you now, this robotic, that's people talking about robotic affirming. Well, let's really talk about the fact that you are already robotic worrying, robotic fearing everything. You're robotic intuiting everything. You got the best intuition when it comes to anything negative getting ready to happen to you. If the rain is gonna come and you like, Dad, I broke my umbrella, you worried about getting rained on, and your intuition says you're gonna get rained on, well, you like, I'm not gonna get rained on because what I'll do is I'll stand at the train station, or I'll stay in a car when my partner drops me off, or I'll I'll get an umbrella while I'm at the train station, right? And then jump in a cab and then get to my office. You got the best intuition when it comes to things that can negatively happen to you. But you don't have the best intuition nor intentions when it comes to putting good stuff into your mind. So what you choose to do is worry about everything. Worry is one of the worst things that saps your life. When you decide over and over and over again, you have to worry about stuff, that's no different than a robotic affirmation. It's just a negative one. And that is what we're always doing. You late with your car note and your car was just got, you running back and forth every single time you hear something weird at the window, or you worried that you're going to have to call somebody to borrow some money to pay the car note. You are already doing robotic stuff. It's called worrying. But if you could now switch it to robotic affirming things that are good in your life will change. But what do? Right? You worry about everything. You worry about whether or not if your paycheck's going to be enough. You worry about whether or not if you're going to get a paycheck soon because you're looking for a job. You're worrying about everything. If you're not worrying about it, you talking negatively about everything. Oh, I got the interview, but I hope I get there on time. I mean, I have been on the phone with people like this before. And if they see this video, they may know who I'm talking about, or they may not, because I'm sure they still robotically worrying and being negative about their lives. I've seen people get jobs and go, they're going to expect me to be there at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm sorry, excuse me, didn't you go interview for the job? So you knew it was a 5 o'clock in the morning position. So you know you got, but it's hard in my neighborhood. You knew that when you went to interview for the job. So now what we do is we come up with, instead of immediately, we just got a job we've been praying for, the amount is a per diem that you can really deal with, you really love it, you immediately jumping to worrying and being negative and fearful about this thing that just landed in your lap. A lot of the times people are not just waiting prepared, because what do people like? I love this saying, I can't stand it, but it's something that people like to say. I hope everything turns out good, but just in case it doesn't, I'm prepared. That means you put a thought process into things not turning out right. You're prepared. That means you have scenarios, you have resources, you have things, material things there, just in case things don't turn out right. And here it goes. When it doesn't turn out right, you get to go, oh, see, I'm so glad I was prepared. We know toxic people like this. We are toxic people like this, right? Let's just say you prepare for a barbecue and you make every possibility like this is going to be a nice time. Forget the I'm preparing worst case scenario. Forget that nonsense. Let's just make it the best case scenario. A lot of the times what people do is they sit around and they make contingencies for negative things, for things to fail, for things to not work out. And I promise you that that's not real. But it will be real in your life as long as you continue to concentrate on it. How do you change it? You have to robotically affirm for positive things so that you can change your mind. And let me tell you something. Your positive affirmations, as you do positive affirmations, your your positive affirmations, as you do positive affirmations, will eventually get somebody to understand that this is what you mean. And you're not saying anything to them. You're just doing positive affirmations to yourself. They're in your head. You're not even saying it out loud. Nobody even hears what you're saying, but you are saying it over and over and over again in your head so that you can change what's going on inside of your head. I'm telling you though, once you start doing those positive affirmations, all your negativity, all your toxicness, and trust me, all human beings got it, all of your toxicity will jump up to get beat down. And it should be getting beat down with your positive affirmation. Come up with one positive affirmation and do it repeatedly every day. And when I say repeatedly, somebody standing there talking to you, like, you having a conversation with them. If you require that you want to have a conversation with the person, don't be standing there robotically affirming in front of them. That's crazy, because you will not be focused on anything they're saying. But you know how you can be walking by somebody in the hallway and they go, hey girl, how you doing? And you go, hey. But y'all both keep walking because everybody got places they're going. Somebody's going to an elevator, somebody's going to a desk, whatever, right? Is at those moments that you can be robotically affirming. You can robotically affirm when you're on the toilet. It has to be positive affirmations. You can robotically affirm when you're sitting eating your lunch at your desk. And I used to do that a whole lot. You can robotically affirm when you are taking a walk. If you take a walk on your lunch, or if you take a nice walk on your way into the office, right? You can positively affirm in your head that whole time. But I'm telling you, you hear that and go, oh, I don't really got time for that. But I'm telling you, you are negatively affirming all the time through worry, through fear, and through thinking, well, just in case that don't work out, I'm going to fix it. I'm going to do this. Somebody call you and say, girl, I got something to tell you. I'm going to call you later on because I can't talk right now. You go about trying to figure out what they got to call to tell you about. Mentally in your head. And for the most part, if we all being honest here, it's never good things that you think they're getting ready to tell you. What do they say? Good news goes past you 3 times, but negative news gets out there 10 times. I'm here to tell you, you can change your mind. And if you can change your mind, you can then manifest. You can't manifest a daggone thing if your attitude is nasty and toxic and negative. Those 3 things: nasty, toxic, negative. Negative is really the umbrella for all of them, but toxic is really nasty. It's like ugh, and nasty is just like dag. Like you had to say that like that, right? You had to think that like that, right? I get on lives in many different places and people got all kinds of nutty stuff to say down in the comments. Comment on what I'm talking about, we can talk. If I'm doing free readings, they want the free reading. But I'm here to give you a gold brick right here, okay? Change your mind about what you want and how you want your life to live. And it is done via one affirmation, said over and over and over again. You can't say it one day a week. You can't say it 3 times a day and it have any real effect on you. It will. You can say it 3 times a day for 3 years. Eventually you'll see something. But you should do it much more than that. A whole lot more than that. A whole lot more than that. Get up and say affirmation. So right now we're living in a climate where they're telling us everything is going to crash monetarily. I suggest everybody come up with a monetary affirmation. Something like money comes to me easily, or I'm going to get a bonus, or I'm going to get a raise, or the next job. Something awesome that seems like it's completely out of your range, like you would never get it. I want you to do that type of affirmation in your head all day, every day. When you have to actually use your brain to work on the computer, answer the phone, talk to a person, sit in a meeting, all that kind of stuff, you can't be robotically affirming that. But when you're walking down the hallway, when you got free time by yourself, and you might be typing, you might be, I don't know, doing something that doesn't require a whole lot of brain power. And then it is at that time you decide to robotically affirm positive things for yourself, something positive that's completely out of your reach, over and over and over again for weeks at a time, because it's the age of Aquarius. It's the age of Aquarius. Things are moving much faster right now. Don't sleep on what I'm telling you. Please don't. Please don't sleep on it. You can do this for a love relationship. I promise you, you can. I did it. I didn't know I was really doing it, but I did it. And you can do this for finances. The one thing that I would say that I learned between finances and love is that, or I would say between desperation and something you ain't really concerned about, is that you put a lot of stuff out there because you think, oh, that would be good, that would help. No, just one steady, consistent affirmation. And then it becomes a part of your brain process. And if you could write it down too, you're doing even better. Okay? So if you can write it down throughout the day for a whole bunch of times, like a whole, like, hold on. Like a whole bunch of times. Like this. Just write it down. You got a little book dedication. And I don't do that all the time. I can't do that all the time. I don't have time for it. But I can walk around and mentally decide to robotically affirm my affirmation. Okay? The one affirmation that I did for love, I'm just going to tell this story. It was the only affirmation I had in a list of 101 affirmations about love. I didn't care about it. I was like, listen, I'm worried about the business, making the money, getting the extra cash coming in. So everything was about money. Not everything. Some things were also about healing. I did a lot of healing with my affirmations. A whole lot. And I put one up. It's here in a short. I can't think of it right now. And I don't have my, hold on. I can't get it. I don't have my affirmations right in front of me. But my point is, I chose to heal. I remember one affirmation I put out there that was major for me for healing was, I forgive everybody I perceived has hurt me in any kind of way, because I'm going to get my blessings now, not later. I'm not going to hold on to pain from anyone. I forgive you. You're forgiven. Please move on. All forgiveness here. I know not to make those steps again, right? And that really helped me. I mean, really. Every now and then I'll go through, because I did this in 2022. And at the end of 2022, the love affirmation came in. I wasn't expecting it because I was working on money. I was working on money. And I'm still working on money. But money's coming in because I'm slowing down things. Like, no more worry because I'm sitting down for 6 hours at a clip doing robotic affirmations. I got the time. If you don't have it, a day off, take the time. 6 hours and get it done. Get it done at night when you come home. Figure it out. Okay, I'm going to up mine to like 8 to 10 hours. I'm getting ready to really push it. Because these are the jobs that we should be doing. We should be doing things to bring things to us, not make us worry and stress and keep this merry-go-round that we're running off and on, or being thrown off, to be honest, called the financial system of the world, because, oh, this is the only way you can get money. And that's not true. It's just not true. I have literally, I remember I used to say, I get checks in the mail, I get checks in the mail, I get checks in the mail. And one year I got like $4,000 in checks in the mail, and I needed it quickly because I was getting ready to go into child support court, and not actually child support court, physical custody court, because there was a serious situation going on between me and my child's father. Okay, and I needed money to pay an attorney who was also a psychiatrist. That means she could write medicine prescriptions and she could defend you in a courtroom. And I remember looking at this lady like, man, you have a brain that is out of this world. But I paid her $2,000, and then I had to pay the other attorney that was representing me in court $2,000 too. Right? So it all came together. And I just kept saying it. And I was saying it before I knew this situation was coming up. So I'm here to tell you, and I'm going to say it again, you are always robotically affirming, but it's always something negative. Right? Always something negative. I wanted my food hot. They never give you food hot here. Let me tell you something. Case in point. Get ready to give you another one. Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel is known for being, in some places, a racist organization. An organization where black people can have a problem when they walk into Cracker Barrel to eat. My man decided he wanted to go to Cracker Barrel, so I decided let me pray ahead of time so we can just have a very good time on our way in. I don't know if it was what you would call revision. I know I prayed coming in. Okay? We came in there, it was 2 couples of us we came in. One couple had already been seated ahead of us because the man came outside to his car to get something and then went in ahead of us before we got seated to sit down. We were then seated 2 tables away from them. We immediately got our server. She was the best server at Cracker Barrel. Okay? Best server at Cracker Barrel. She was the best. She got all of our food, got all of our drinks. Any questions we had, she answered them, went and got whatever, right? Meanwhile, this couple that came in ahead of us, their server was not there. She didn't serve them. They may have gotten hot tea by the time we were going, or coffee. And they just asked for a refund and wanted to leave. We did not have that experience, and that has always stuck out in my mind. This happened back in March of this year. So I thought to myself, this is now where we start to recognize maybe there are some programs that need to be thrown out as far as certain things go, because maybe I had to change my mind very quickly. He didn't care about it, and I had to change my mind very quickly. And when we went into the store, we had the best time. And we bought 2 big cast iron skillets that day from that store. I'm just here to tell you again, and I'm going to say it again. You can have whatever you want in your life, but are you robotically affirming negative, toxic, nasty stuff? Or are you robotically affirming positive things? If you know, like I know, you better get up in your mind and start re-engineering what's floating around in your head. Now, let me tell you, once you start to do it, you're going to see it fight back at you. You're going to see your negativity fight back at you. You're going to see it. You're literally going to see it come back at you. I literally had that experience this weekend. Okay? I was just robotically affirming, shopping, coming home, everything. And again, here comes this money thing. The worry, is there more money coming in? There's more money coming in. There's always money coming in. You tripping, right? Because that's that program. Rewrite the program, people. Okay? I came here. I did what I said I was going to do. Y'all have a beautiful day. Peace.